You have a longing to a distinct nation and the wish to be independent and self-governing.
The concept of a nation doesn't answer to anything out there in the world. It's a made-up concept. It's a very recent idea, and it's a very artificial idea, because, in fact, if you look at the peoples who live together in any state anywhere in the world, you see that there's a very great deal of cultural and ethnic diversity among the people who are allegedly constitutive of a nation.
When darkness fell this evening, rockets, mortars and artillery shells rained down on the town.
I'm personally very hostile to nationalism because if you look at the recent history, it's been very fruitful indeed in causing conflicts and in being the source of war. And we see in the Balkans the very best example of the way that nationalistic impulses can give rise to very bitter conflicts indeed.
The graffiti by Serbian soldiers says, "Welcome to Dead Village. God forgives. We don't."
I think that people when they first think about nationalism, they think about the bloody and violent manifestations of it. But I think that what we have to do is to look at it as a phenomenon and say, what are the good effects as well as the bad effects that it has? How can we develop forms of nationhood that highlight the good aspects and downplay the bad ones? One of the things that I think we have to learn to do in the contemporary world is to think of nations existing on different levels. I call them nested nations, where one nation exists inside another. And that, for example, in the case of Britain, is what we're now learning to do.
We feel that really things are going ahead for Scotland, and I think this is the start of it.
That somebody can be Scottish and also British and perhaps also European. So there you have three levels all coexisting. The secret of nesting is to eliminate conflict or hostility between the levels. So this means adjusting identities at all levels. There must be a kind of conciliation process.
It's beginning to look fairly clear that the way forward in the next century or two is for people to identify with local communities, grouped together not on ethnic grounds or linguistic grounds, but on functional grounds, the fact that they live together in the same city or the same part of the world, and have to deal with one another, trade with one another, work together. And very large, what we would now think of as international groupings, like, say, the European Union, because it's only on that very large scale that truly global problems can be tackled, and it's only on the community scale that community problems can be tackled. So the state, the so-called nation state, which is intermediate between the two, is very likely to fade away.
Get into the arts at the Open University. Call us on 0870 900 9581. Log on to our website at www.open2.net. Or write to us at the Open University, Walton Hall, PO Box 724, Milton Keynes, MK7 6ZF. That phone number again, 0870 900 9581.